How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Trillium up in this piece in form of their daily serving. Berlinerweisse, the Fruit Punch Edition. This is a 4.5% alcohol by volume. Canned a bit over a month ago. Fruited Berliner. Comes courtesy of my boy Corey. He sent off a bunch of beers. This be one of them. I think Fruit Punch, I always want to think, red. I want that red. Anyway, I think this is my second daily serving beer, and label-wise, it's Trillium. They're awesome at what they do. Second one that I'm doing from Trillium. I really, really did enjoy the first one, so I'm kind of super pumped to dive in this one because I've a little bit of rocky road when it comes to Trillium as of late, so I'm kind of curious to see how this one comes off. They don't tell you much of anything besides the ABV, and that's tropical fruit. I assume all these fruits are represented in there, or just they grabbed a Fruit of the Loom label and drew their own thing. So, yeah, it's got that kind of turbid, kind of hazy, double IPA kind of look to it. Pinky finger just barely south of kind of khaki color. Let's see if we can get a nose on this sucker. I mean, there's a fruit component to it, but it's more of like a tart kind of tart stone fruitiness. Not much as far as tropical fruit in a nose. There's that like slight sulfury thing that you tend to get from Berlinerweisses from time to time. That's definitely floating around in there. A little bit of sweetness. Done and done. Doesn't really give me fruit punch vibes on the nose. It gives me tart sour beer in the nose. Or tart kettle sour beer is what I should say. Not really dealing with fruit punch in the nose though. So let's just dive in. Cheers. Yeah, that's fun, Again, not really going to sit here and talk about fruit punch. As a fruit punch connoisseur, because that's what this dude is. It's more of just like a, I don't mean this in a negative way because I think it's a tasty beer. It's almost like if you drank the corn syrup from like a fruit cup. The fruit cups where you get the fruit cup as a kid, or you get that can of fruit, mixed fruit, and it's like suspended in that syrup. I assume is corn syrup. Kind of has that vibe going for it. It's like a fruit medley. I guess that's kind of what fruit punch is. But when I think of fruit punch, I think of red, and I think of bursting flavors. So you get that kind of tropical fruit punchy kind of fruit medley on top of a nice tartness in there. There's a really nice kind of like palate smacking kind of tartness, decent amount of sweetness. There's a bit of bittering in there, a little bit of carbonic acid, but not too heavy. And it's actually like knee jerk, like kind of like taste bud firing kind of tastiness to it. It's electric. It's drinks way above its 4.5% weight class. It drinks more like 8% than 4.5% as far as like vibrancy and expressiveness. The only thing I'd really knock this for is that sulfur thing. I'm definitely getting that kind of Berlinerweisse sulfury blow-off thing you get every now and then with those kettle sours. It's not hyper aggressive to the point where it ruins the beer, but it's definitely there. Maybe the fruit punch thing. I have a preconceived notion in my brain of what fruit punch is, and I'm not really getting it from this beer, so maybe I kind of sit here and kind of hem and haw on that a little bit. It's definitely tasty. I think at the other one that I did, I actually liked quite a bit more than this one, but it's definitely not a slouch. Probably honestly, one of the better Trillium beers I've had as of late. Like I said, I've had kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to call it like a bad run of Trillium beers, but it's been, a little bit different from what I remember over the past, the stuff, the 2 years or so, give or take, has been a little bit different than what I've remembered, mostly for the bad, but this has been one of those kind of fun kind of parts that's coming out of the new Trillium kind of beers, and it's tasty, it's fun. Probably, it's about as fruit smoothie of a beer as you can get without being fruit smoothie. Let's put it that way. And I think those are tasty beverages. Is this beer through and through? No, but it's a tasty beverage. Each subsequent sip, a little sulfur thing comes a little bit less. It gives me a nice fruit experience with a big expressive flavor at a low ABV. Not going to complain that much. Is this one of the better fruited Berliners I've had as of late? Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore status? No. It's damn tasty. Value and availability on this thing. I don't know what these cost. Let me know. Corey, let me know the deli, yo. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. if you like those, hey, how you doing, Mike? If you like fruit smoothie beers, you will like this. If you like fruited Berliners, you'll like this. If you like Berliners, I think you'd like this. I think this would appeal to a lot of different people. That sulfur thing might come off a little bit aggressive for some people that are super hypersensitive to it. That's not this dude. I don't think it's like big enough for me to kind of poop on a beer. But if you like your fruited kind of tart kettle sours, you'll dig this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have you had this beer? If you have, let me know. I want to know your thoughts on what you thought about this beer. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif. Podcasting stuff. We interviewed JC on a radio show years back when all their beers came in 750s. It was crazy. Go check it out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a daily serving, right? That's what it's called. Yeah, thought I forgot. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.